Ayo, I'm about to go on a ride with this board, but first I'm going to show you its mods. Okay, first things first, let's look at the straps. They're the most obvious thing. Okay, I was using these Husky straps. You can use other straps. So what I did was the long piece is I cut this part off and I tied this long rope to here, and that goes from right here, and I looped it around and I made a knot on this side. I didn't make it tight because what I was gonna do was once I ran it through here, the extra side, and when you tie this up, make sure you don't put it under the light. You want to be above it. So it came through here. You're gonna have two sides. You're gonna have one side that's long and one that's short. And the long side, you're gonna run it through here. And basically, I put it on this loop, which would be this. So I took this off, obviously. I cut it from here. And so I took the side that was running through here and looped it right here. I looped it through here. Coming back down this way, same way. And then I ran it through the knot so it can come back. So basically it can go this way and go this way. So put it through the knot and then have it go this way. And then basically you're putting it through the strap after that. I mean this ratchet. That's what you're gonna do. You wanna put it through this ratchet and then you crank it. You also put the other side, the shorter side. And you can put both of them in if you want. Cut it if you want. I just left it as it is. I didn't cut it short. Basically, I just close it. Show. I could put it through here. And you don't need to put this paracord there. I just did it just so it doesn't move anywhere. Just to make sure. Give a little more contact patch too. Than just having this rope here. The first time I did this, I wrapped it without this. And the front kept getting loose, so I used a crank. If you're thinking about not putting it there. This rubber piece right here, I put that there so the metal isn't hitting the board. That's how the front looks. And the back, I didn't use a ratchet or the crank. And I did the same thing, running it through the slots of the battery. And this one, it works different than the front does. And the front, I really don't move my foot. It stays right here. And if you're worried about, thinking that your foot's gonna be stuck in there or something, it really is easier to get out than to put in. You have no problem taking your foot out. You'll have more problems putting it in just because, you gotta kind of lift it up and stuff your foot in. But it's really easy to get your foot out. And this back one, So this the way this works is I move my foot in the back. So I'll sometimes have it like this. I'll have my foot like this sometimes, and then I'll put it like this. So my heel will be here and it'll be right here. Kind of like the toes are coming out just a little bit so I can have a better leverage for turning. So this is what it looks like underneath, upside down. Here's handles. Again, this is just, I'd use this just because it was more, to make it more precise to where I wanted it to be, and more contact patch with the with this paracord. Might not need it. These things work in more than just one way, and when I put it on because I was doing some racing, and I just could not turn this giant board. I only weigh 140 pounds, so trying to turn this board with the trucks that it has, it just doesn't let you do it. Even with the light blue bushings I had on it, I still wasn't able to turn it um, and maneuver this thing like how I would want it. Um, so this was meant, these were meant for just turning, but they also work for braking and they also work for accelerating. It also helps when you accelerate too fast or you brake too hard. The thing just, it really just makes you grip the board, and it controls it way more than just churning. There's there's actually straps that you can buy. So they're like 75 bucks, probably more, I'm not sure. But you can get them. I think there's one called the MBS ones, MBS, and I'll put a picture up. They have one that most of the guys that I seen ride, they put it on, and it's only usually the front one, and they don't use the heel. There's a heel strap for mountain boarders. Um, yeah, they usually just put it in the front and not in the back. If you're thinking about buying straps, the MBS straps, they do work good. I've tried them. They work way better than these. But I got a pack of these straps for, I think there was four for 20 bucks at Home Depot, and I just had them laying around. So yeah, I just put them on, and I didn't really know where I wanted to put my foot um, on this board, so I didn't want to start drilling holes and then like not be in the place I wanted, and then have to drill another hole, and then there'd be a hole that I have to fill or something. So yeah, it's a really cheap alternative to the straps. Um, let's see. Now this thing right here is just a rubber piece, a little mat, and I'll show you what I used it for. This is what I actually got it for, just for this work table, so it's not just wood and on the top. I can actually work on things without feeling like I'm just screwing up the wood. So I have a bunch of it. I had a bunch of it, and so this is some leftover that I used. And the reason I did that because my heel kept hitting this bolt right here. I guess you can get a different bolt and make a flatter one, but again, I just had this laying around, and so I put this rubber piece with some Velcro underneath it, and so that's a little Velcro cushion and the rubber cushion, and makes my foot feel really nice when it's lifted up. Um, yeah, it feels locked in, and I don't have to worry about putting my heel right there, and it just feels terrible after like 10 miles. this little bolt will feel gigantic on your heel. Okay, now right here is just a handle. Again, just some stuff laying around. I had some paracord. It's a 550 cord, and then I use this tube. You can get this tube. It's for water. I think for maybe some refrigerators or things like that. You can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever. And yeah, it's just for carrying. Works nice, cheap. Again, just laying around. Didn't have to pay for it. Here's where I tied it. I put this there just so it had like a hold, so it wasn't just here, and make sure it didn't go too far back. So that's what that is. Now I had different wheels on. These wheels I actually like better than the XL rims and the 7-inch wheel. They worked really well on the track. It gives you a lot of torque. You can just really just take off compared to the 8. But with the 8, it feels like a lot better on the choppy roads. So like I like riding around with that just on the road. If I was just going on a track where I knew there was smooth road, I would go with the XL. Or maybe you just live in a place where all the roads are really nice and maybe you just ride on really nice roads and stuff, then yeah, get some smaller 7-inch wheels. You'll get a lot of torque. You'll just take off. Now that you've seen the mods, let's take it out for a ride. Let's get dressed. Time to go back. I think I seen a sidewalk on the left. Try to take that. Oh, look at the pity. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Anytime you pass a kid too, or slow down. Dude, is that the guy from Fear the Walking Dead? look like that on camera. Oh, that's so good. Barrel territory, or the horse trails. Every time I pass by over here, there's always like a rabbit that flies out. Don't want to go fast here with the rabbits. I'm gonna follow this car. Finally, the fucking sun was in my eyeball. That sun lived in my eyeball for that whole fucking ride right there. Now it's flashing into my eyes. I don't know how clean these streets are, so I'm kind of being cautious. And that fucking sun is just flashing, so I can't see perfect. The road is pretty good. Shit like that. Oh, okay, here I am. Take a break right in this fucking shit. Almost hit a nail. Oh, hit another nail.